Hello and welcome to my weekly video. If you know me, you're probably aware that I'm a Hwamdong lover. I fell in love with this hood 4 years ago when I settled here. These days, the neighborhood has seen a rise in popularity with a lot of new businesses opening up. A dynamic surely driven by the opening of a new administrative building related to education. For example, this hair salon is now an izakaya. Anyway, today we are here to try out a new ramen place that just opened. I was so happy to hear about it, since Hwam has been lacking a ramen place for so long. It's called Hiyori, a chicken-based broth. It sells out every day. We arrived at the opening with my wife. There were already people waiting in line. I hope they keep attracting so many customers. They offer 2 kinds of ramen. One is the basic chicken broth. The second one is made with added truffle. We took 1 each. The price was reasonable. The restaurant was quickly filled up. It was full after 10 minutes. Both our ramens came quickly. They looked super delicious. Honestly, it was amazing. I finished all the broth with the rice they give you if you ask for it. Clean Bowl Club, as probably Riding would say. If you haven't visited yet, I highly recommend this place. Later in the day, I was joined by Mina for some playground time. We come every day to those little alleys near the Hwam market. The atmosphere is great and it's very family friendly. The Hwam community is very strong and many events take place, like this ping pong room in an old building. I really love the village feeling it gives with all those small houses and the market nearby. We never get tired of exploring Hwam with Mina. Like this little cafe that I had never noticed before, we decided to give it a try. After a quick talk with the owner, she told me that they roast their coffee with a hand roaster. I took an Ethiopian light roast. They were brewing it with a Hario switch with a Neo base. Now that I had a coffee, I decided to go to a well-known bakery in Hwam, Tafin. They actually moved near my house recently and changed their name to Bawiwi. Their shop used to be on Hwam's main street, but it was too small for their needs. Good to see they built this insane building. It quickly became a hot spot as they serve both coffee and baked goods. Mina was excited at the idea of eating bread. She's not half French for nothing. Bawiwi has a lot of different breads to choose from. They are famous for their chocolate bread. I personally enjoy their ciabatta and pastries like pain au chocolat. They also have 2 kinds of sandwiches. I only got the ciabatta with olives. Very solid choice. Mina was pushing me to get a cake, but I resisted. We passed by their rooftop on the 5th floor. Very cool view of Namsan and Yongsan. I always say that we live like kings in Hwamdong. The quality of life is almost unrivaled in the Seoul area. Since the weather was still super warm at 6 p.m., we went for a walk in Hwam with Mina, a good occasion to show you around and how charming this hood is, but also a great opportunity to take Mina's new bike out for a spin. I love that most of the Hwamdong area doesn't have any high buildings, like in this little alley where you can see small 1-floor houses. Not sure how long they will be kept before real estate hits the hood. This is the new building that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. It's the education center for all of Seoul City. A new bakery opened on the 2nd floor of this building. Looks nice. Hwam is really preserved from the modern world. I like how you can still find super old businesses in every corner. At some point I would like to visit this cafe. They created a kind of Korean rice donut. It's been super popular lately. One last stop at the playground before heading home for dinner. I cooked a filet mignon with carrots tonight. That's the end of a very full day in Hwamdong. I have many more places to share in a future video. On Sunday mornings, we always try to have breakfast all together. I brewed some coffee and Yunmi made some French toast. Today is Buddha's birthday, and Monday will be off for the occasion. We decided to go for a ride with Mina. The temperature was perfect for an early morning outing. We left the house around 8 a.m. I decided to go to the Sochon village for a coffee at reception first, passing by Gwanghwamun and Sungyemun Gate. This is a very famous path for Seoul cyclists as it links Namsan to Bukaksan. If you pass by, you will notice a huge cycling community, riding in groups to the north and climbing up behind the blue house. We've just arrived at Sungyemun Gate. The weather felt so nice. I absolutely love this view of Bukaksan from the road passing by Gwanghwamun. The mountain backdrop against the historic gate is just stunning, one of those Seoul views that never gets old. We quickly passed by the US Embassy and finally had Gwanghwamun in sight, along with the iconic statue of King Sejong, the creator of Hangul. It's a very flat and easy path, perfect for today's ride. We made it to Sochon and Gwanghwamun Palace, the perfect occasion to film a little memory with Mina while waiting for the green light. It wasn't even 9 AM when we arrived. That's why it wasn't crowded. It can get super packed during the day. For a long time, the front yard of the palace was under construction. It feels good to finally see it clearly again. The area is filled with hanbok rental places. So many people love taking pictures in traditional Korean clothes. I personally never tried it, but maybe one day if Mina asks. Not sure. Those guys are definitely heading to Bukaksan for a ride. It's a beautiful climb. Highly recommend if you enjoy mountain roads. The view up there is amazing. Reception Café is a bit away from the busy Sochon area near the palace, but it's pretty quick by bike. Let's go. It's super cool to ride alongside those ancient walls. The scenery goes hard. It really is a ghost town in the morning. Reception is a micro roastery too. They started pretty early using light roast for their coffee. Single origin only, which is nice, available as filter or espresso. Super minimal interior design with some good tunes. They also import some Tim Wendelbo. Anyway, I was very thirsty and not very inspired, so I went for an iced Americano. They used an Ethiopian single origin. It was solid. Reception is always a great starting point when you're looking for quality coffee. Their coffee bar is very simple yet sophisticated. I love how they fit everything on this small counter. Next up, I decided to visit a new popular cafe that used to be in Hana 33 apartment. The new Sochon location is set inside a traditional hanok, a really nice contrast between the cafe's blue and yellow aesthetic and the old Korean architecture. Honestly, it looked super nice. I didn't know, but at the time I visited, there was a pop-up collaboration with a cafe from Tokyo. Pretty cool. Hosted yellow tiles on the kitchen wall, the shelves hooked on the ceiling. Everything gave such a warm atmosphere. They also have a merch corner and some beans to buy. I quickly drank my coffee since Mina wanted to get back on the bike and grab some bread on the way home. It sounds like she also wanted to explore the area. We are back in Gwanghwamun Square. It's already buzzing and kids are enjoying the water fountain that fills the street. I sometimes come here too with Mina to get a fresh feeling when it gets too warm in the city. On the way back home, I encountered a group of cyclists and naturally tried to keep up with them. There was absolutely no traffic, so we went fast, all the way to Sungyemun Gate. We actually beat them with Mina, as she was casually enjoying some fresh ciabatta with olives in the back. Sorry guys. Later in the day, we grabbed a taxi to enjoy the celebrations for Buddha's birthday and grab some kind of Korean apparel. Mina insisted on taking her new scooter. We settled on Jogyesa Temple in the heart of Seoul, as the scenery is one of the best. Yeonmi found a great authentic Korean restaurant within walking distance of the temple. They serve Korean-style galettes fried in pork oil with a huge selection of makgeolli and other drinks. While it's mainly a drinking spot, the food was amazing. I still think about it. We ordered a galette assortment, and my favorite was the kimchi one. Big plus, the owner was so friendly and gave me a little toy, and he also kindly put up with my annoying videos. It was so delicious that we ordered twice. I guess it ended up being our dinner. I really enjoy those small Korean restaurants. They give such warm vibes and a real sense of togetherness. After filling up, we headed to the temple, about a 5-minute walk away. Buddha's birthday is one of the most magical celebrations in South Korea. Temples get covered in thousands of colorful lotus lanterns, and the streets come alive with music and parades. Jogyeesa Temple in central Seoul is the place to be. The Grand Lantern Parade stretches all the way through the Jongno district with over 100,000 lanterns lighting up the night. Unfortunately, it wasn't on the day I went. Whether you're Buddhist or not, it's the kind of event that genuinely moves you. One of the most touching things about the lantern tradition is how personal it is. Visitors make a small donation, and the staff writes their name and a wish on a tag attached to one of the hanging lanterns. Throughout the evening, concerts fill the temple grounds with children and monks performing together, a really unique and heartwarming atmosphere. We finished this long day with a long walk near Anguk Station, the perfect occasion for Mina to enjoy her new scooter. The next day, Mina woke up very early again, so we decided to go for a coffee at Carpet and Sky. I love being there when it's empty. It gives me time to think about possible new menu ideas, coffee selections, or ways to upgrade things. For Mina, it's also the occasion to ask for a baby sino, made by her dad. I personally went for a Kenyan filter coffee, which is new on the menu. Next up, we headed to Claudia's pop-up at Café Kobo in Seongbuk-gu. I'm always in search of the best sandwich I can find, so I easily decided to give it a try. A nice way to support a friend as well. The menu was a chicken focaccia sandwich, some beetroot toast, plus signature drinks by Kobo, using beans roasted by Always August, if I'm not mistaken.
Chicken focaccia? Ça a l'air bon.
Very solid sandwich and great mood at Kobo. Mina wasn't too hungry though, so we picked up some onigiri for her on the way to the exhibition we were planning to visit. Let's go to MMCA Museum to see Damien Hirst's work and enjoy the Anguk vibe again. While I'm not a huge fan of Hirst's work, it's still worth the visit. Plus, it was so hot in Seoul that day. Museums are a must to escape the heat. MMCA Seoul opened in 2013 and is built around the traditional Korean concept of madang, an open courtyard where people gather. Right in the heart of Anguk, it's one of the best spots in the city for contemporary art and always a good excuse to spend time in one of Seoul's most charming neighborhoods. After a quick debate with my wife over whether I should get my 10th coffee of the day, we settled on the more reasonable choice of a bingsu about 15 minutes from the museum. I'm not a big fan of the traditional red bean bingsu, so I just went for a sparkling water, which came out at the insane price of 4,000 won. Bingsu is a Korean-shaped ice dessert, usually topped with sweet red beans, fruit, condensed milk, or various syrups. It's a classic Korean summer treat, and you'll find it pretty much everywhere when the heat kicks in. Yet another super busy day in Seoul. Mina is back to kindergarten on Tuesday. After some superb sunny days, we ended up getting heavy pouring rain. But today we're having a dad and daughter dinner with Mina, so let's go pick her up from school. It's become kind of a tradition to get pizza with Mina when mom is away. Today we settled on Homer Pizza, run by my friend Thomas. They recently opened a new location in Gyeongnidan, so we're paying a visit. The weather really sucked, even Namsan Tower disappeared behind the clouds. But we stuck to our plan. Homer offers New York-style pizza by the slice, very thin and crusty. I was really happy to find out they opened so close to home. Funny enough, I had actually been looking at renting that very spot myself. There are 6 kinds of pizza on the menu right now. We got 1 slice of cheese, 1 truffle and 1 classic pepperoni, paired with Thomas's great selection of craft beers and natural wines. We really enjoyed our dinner with Mina. Even though I'm more of a Napolitan pizza guy, those slices were super solid. After a nice chat with Thomas, who luckily was passing by, we headed back home, ready for a good night's sleep. I'll leave you with some ASMR rainy night sounds in Seoul. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up and follow.